Welcome to this presentation concerning how VR can be applied to the museum sector in order to assist in historical learning. This is a project conducted by BT apprentices volunteering on behalf of the Bawdsey Radar Museum, where we have developed an immersive application used to bring now demolished site history back to life and educate museum visitors. Our paper evaluates the effectiveness of VR as a tool for education of history in a museum environment and evaluates what users learnt from our trials as well as the distribution of demographic. The Bawdsey Radar Museum is the former site of RAF Bawdsey, the first operational radar station in the world which played a crucial part in the victory of the Battle of Britain during the Second World War. With the advent of radar, the RAF were able to more effectively allocate their limited resources in defending the country, which highlights just how important this site is to British history. The first transmitter block and towers were constructed in 1937 and lasted throughout the war until the final remaining 360-foot tower was demolished in 2000, with the transmitter block now housing the museum itself on the site. The museum has images and scaled models of the towers that once existed, but they do not do justice to just how tall they were when explaining to visitors, hence the commencement of this project. Pictured here is one of the scaled models of the tower present in the museum, which is hard to translate to its real height. The VR application has recreated the towers true to their scale, allowing appreciation of their actual height, and accurately captures the sensation of standing at the top, which traditional exhibits cannot imitate. To aid in advertising this project locally for the museum, we've created a trailer highlighting the key functionality and showcasing a VR user within the experience. Being able to comprehend the tower height from the ground is one aspect. The tower is fully climbable from the bottom to the top, allowing museum visitors to make the climb that so many site engineers made daily decades ago, bringing local history back to life and gaining an appreciation for the historical value of the museum. Being able to see and climb the tower is the main aim of the immersive experience. However, the Bawdsey site extends past just the tower and the transmitter block, including other historical buildings and sites in the distance that are included alongside the local landscape to fully immerse the visitor. Background audio that mimics the local area also serves to further immerse the user, with plans to add more ambient background sounds to allow the user to fully lose themselves in the time period the museum is showcasing. The user is guided through by a museum representative who is knowledgeable on Bawdsey and the VR application to supplement the virtual experience with historical information about what they are viewing. This allows the museum to deliver historically rich information about the site that the user can comprehend and fully appreciate by seeing it right in front of them as the site used to stand. Participants are asked to fill in a questionnaire adapted from the standardised SUS format to first record their age and gender for demographic purposes, as well as their technical competence and experience with VR to gauge how well certain demographics respond to VR as a tool for education. The second section is used to gather information concerning application usability via reworded SUS questions and qualitative data regarding what they have learned, which we then categorise. The following results showcase the demographic of trial participants, which featured a higher percentage of younger participants compared to that of the museum's typical footfall, allowing a new generation to be introduced to local history they may never have known before. Almost all users had used VR prior to using the application and had high technical competence. This was expected due to these trials being formed from internal BT employees. Almost all 26 BT trialists stated they learned something new while using the application, with equal categories of World War II and radar knowledge alongside the Bawdsey site itself and the towers. Those who had used VR little to not at all gained knowledge around the use and potential applications of VR, which will go on to influence their work in the wider business. From the usability metrics, the application scored an average 79.8 on the SUS percentile ranking, which is considered above average for application usability. After this conference on the timeline, the application is being showcased at the local Suffolk show to engage more potential museum visitors and further educate people on Bawdsey. Going forward with development, the expansion of environmental sounds will enhance immersibility, and the addition of pre-recorded oral histories will enhance the historical value in education. Prior to the official launch of the application, extensive optimizations and refinements will take place to ensure good performance while still retaining high quality. After launching within the museum, feedback will be gathered, taken into consideration, and used to formulate further development and optimization potential. Thank you for watching this presentation on the viability of using VR as a tool for historical education within the Bawdsey Radar Museum.